I mean, there was nothing out here but dirt. And in 3 days, we built all of this. Like, look at how great this is. The patio coming right to the water's edge. I love the addition to that bowl. And then the killer views is still from Kirsten's office window down here. Their yard literally feels 10 times bigger to me. Nothing's like the feeling of actually being here. I'm about to open this gate to show you the most amazing backyard transformation you've ever seen. Come on. Wow. Holy cow, I'm actually kind of speechless. I was here, you know, it feels like 2-3 weeks ago, and I've seen some photos of the finished stuff, but nothing's like the feeling of actually being here. The whole patio is finished. All the plants are like growing and doing well. Oh my gosh, it just looks so crazy amazing. I knew the Purdy brothers were gonna pull off the patio, but it's so awesome. Like, look at how great this is with the patio coming right to the water's edge. Literally, you could just jump straight in. It looks so good. Can you believe 2-3 weeks ago, this was all just dirt? When I first came out here a couple months ago, and I met with Ryan and Kirsten, and we looked at what the possibilities were in this backyard, the only thing that was here was like right about in this-ish area. I feel like it was about like right here. There was a giant, weedy, gross-looking tree. If a tree can look gross, it looked pretty gross. And we debated on keeping it. Can we trim it up? What can we do with it? And we just got rid of it. And we just put it, you know, pencil to paper and started coming up with a design. And I think it's just amazing. Like the negative edge, the big filter bowl on there, the waterfalls, the berm. I can't wait to take you on the pathway around the backhand side. Like, that's all finished up, all the lighting's in. And just like we started the project kind of in the rain and the snow, I'm back here again in a place that doesn't typically rain, and it's raining again, and I don't even care because it's just so awesome. Oh, it's just so cool. And like every project, this is just gonna get better and better and better over time. Like, imagine those evergreens getting bigger. You get those aspens getting bigger and taller, leafing out. The lights are like lighting them up more. The trees in the back. I mean, it's even hailing. Like, they normally don't get weather like this in Utah. And of course we come back and, hey, we're gonna spit all over you a little bit more. But it's so cool. Like all of our designs, designed from inside the house. And so Kirsten has her office down here, and that was gonna really be my main focal point. Like, making sure from her office window and those long hours that she was gonna be down there in her office, she could see that waterfall and what that was gonna look like, not just during the day, but at night. And making sure that they had a large outdoor kind of living space out here, complete with outdoor dining room table, a big lounge area in the back with the fire pit. I wanted that mystery with a little bit of discovery. So from here, you see that pathway, and the pathway brings your eyes towards that space, but you kind of come down these steps. Now you get a totally different view than you did from up over in there. You can come across, and again, you don't care that it's hailing on you. And look at this pathway, it's just so cool. Now imagine as this aspen comes together, and this aspen comes together, and that aspen all come together, and we walk underneath the canopy of these trees. These big giant boulders, these evergreens are kind of pushing out. And you start like kind of paying attention to the character of these large rocks. You also don't pay attention at all that there's a large vinyl fence right here. Like, this large vinyl fence would normally not be a pretty thing in a backyard, but now you don't even care about it because of all the plants and the character of these boulders. I mean, look at the size of this rock. I remember setting this rock. So cool. And this one's nothing compared to the size of this one. Like, oh my God, it's so big. And then we really wanted to create kind of that sunken fire pit feel, and with the height of the berm over here, and then the height of the trees on top of the berm. And as these get bigger and bigger and bigger, this feels more and more intimate. As we get these trees back behind you guys, filling in, these will all grow together and really make this space feel cozy. This is probably gonna be their favorite place. I definitely one of my favorite spots in the entire backyard. It just kind of gets quiet back here, and at night, this has gotta be so cool with the fire pit on, and that's a big fire pit. This is a 36 inch fire pit right here. It's a big fire pit, and with that gas line that comes out and the easy start, like, oh, jealousy. That's all I got is just straight up jealousy. And so you've got Kirsten's office over there, but that window right there, straight that way, is the kitchen window. And a kitchen window, for me, when I'm designing, is always king, because you never realize how much time you spend at a kitchen window, doing dishes, rinsing your hands, like, et cetera, et cetera. And so the view from there is just incredible. And then the artificial grass for the dog. I mean, their yard literally feels 10 times bigger to me. And with a proper design, you can do that. With some mystery pathways, with some height in the berms, and create these different rooms kind of in the backyard. So we've got the big area for the dog to still play over here. You got that fire pit area. You got the beach for the dogs to come in. Like, look at how great this turned out. This shallow water with these jets right here. That jet just pushing water out of this area, inviting those dogs to come in and out through here. And eventually, like, as their family grows and their friends grow, like, this is gonna be an awesome place for kids to play and then easily interact into the pond. Look at the giant koi that came in from Koi Market. Those were actually fish I handpicked on one of Sean's live videos from Japan. And then we had them shipped directly out here. And the view, like, so here's this natural looking pond, and then you look up because you see the giant mountains in the back with that storm rolling in over the top of the mountains. I mean, who wouldn't want to love here and in Utah? Like, just so awesome. I just think it came together so perfect. I mean, there was nothing out here but dirt. And what you can do with a little bit of vision and a whole lot of teamwork. You know, we worked with all those past artists of the year. They all came together. Everybody shared with the vision. I put something down on paper. They all were like, yeah, let's do this. And in 3 days, we built all of this. Tough Terrain came back and finished the patio work. Gave them a couple serious wrenches into the plan. This wasn't designed to be this step up. So if you come back over here, the whole patio is designed to be at this height. But we had some challenges with our liner and the water level over here. And so they quickly solved that by making this a raised patio, which I love. Because now I'm picturing like 2 big swivel chairs, like those reclining swivel chairs sitting here, just feeding the fish, and then make that more dining. And eventually that gets a pavilion over the top of it and everything else. But this is for them. That's for entertainment. That's for more entertainment. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different rooms that you've created in a relatively average size backyard. And that's what, like, again, that's what's so great. This is about as average size of backyard you can get. And I love the waterfall. I mean, the waterfall from water height is probably a little over 24 inches. We're probably sitting somewhere around like 30 inches height over there. And simple, like, I love simple waterfalls. Just kind of a drop, a drop, a drop. Keep the waterfall simple, but make the stone extraordinary. And there's some really cool frame rocks on either side of the stone. Fantastic landscaping. Matt Hiner and I had a field day going to the garden center and just picking out these different plants. I've never seen a yellow redbud. So that's a weeping redbud. I've never seen one yellow. They've got them here in Utah. I got to figure out how to get one back to Chicago. I love that. And then look at the addition of the bowl. Like, so many times, this is so hard for me to verbally explain to a customer, but when I want to add one of these bowls to a pond, everybody's like, no, I want to keep it just natural looking. It's very hard for somebody to picture adding a contemporary element to a natural thing, but to me, take that bowl away and this whole pond looks so different. I love the addition of that bowl. And we angled it in a way that from eventually these swivel chairs that'll sit out here, they still get to see it. You still see it from the kitchen window. And then the killer views is still from Kirsten's office window down here. So she gets that waterfall with that little horsetail fall coming out of the bowl. And that's a huge filter. There's just as much filtration in that as there is in the 6,000 biofalls up there. So this pond is gonna stay crystal clear. And speaking of crystal clear, look at this. I mean, it's been running for 3 weeks, a month, I don't know. And look at how clear this is. You could throw a quarter down there and tell if it was heads or tails. And the fish look so happy. Kind of cold, so they're huddled up in the bottom. Oh, is that sun coming? Like, being in Utah now several times, what I've learned about Utah weather is how schizophrenic it can be. Like, you can get crazy winds, you can get snow, you can get hail, you can get rain, you can get sun, all happening within like 30, 45 minutes of each other. Like, the season changes. It could be 40 degrees and literally 30 minutes later it could be 70 degrees. It's just crazy. And the challenges of working through that kind of stuff is stuff that we're used to doing. We don't want to do it, but we're used to it. And so are all the team that came out here. They're like, we just got to go. We got to keep going. So come over here, because like, I know my favorite view of this pond is from inside Kirsten's office over there. But just so you guys get kind of a glimpse of what that's like, imagine sitting at your desk and you're looking across this pond, looking this way. Now that bowl makes a whole lot more sense, doesn't it? Seeing that fall, and then this fall, again, a relatively simple fall. You know, all of our waterfalls are built like kind of the same way. Big rock on the left, big rock on the right, something in between. The only difference with this one, we've got a little rock here out in the foreground. Water hits that and kind of rolls over and drops again this way. But look at the view from here. And so this is your view, and it's such a different view when you're sitting down low looking across the pond. You get kind of this like sunken patio feel over in here, and you're looking at the water at a totally different elevation. It makes everything feel so much bigger. And so when she's in her sunken office down in here, because they're in a split level house where you walk down a couple stairs to get to her office, when she's down there, this is what she gets to look at. Now imagine what this looks like at night. You ready? So the sun's out, right? And now I want to go out and actually buy the rocking swivel chair right now so I could just sit here the rest of the day and enjoy it the way I know they're going to enjoy it so much. I know Greg loves it. I know Ryan and his soon-to-be wife Kirsten absolutely love it. I know their dog Snickers really, really loves it. How could you not love it? In fact, word is the pond guy himself is a little jealous. His son has a much, much, much better pond than he does. He also paid for it, so you know, there's that. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love the team that came together to do this. Huge shout out to everybody down there. The links down below of all those guys. We've mentioned their names over and over again. Big, big thanks to you guys for coming out here to do this. Hopefully all of you guys that were out here that helped do this love it as much as I do. Can't wait to get you all back out here, hang out on the patio, have a barbecue at some point in the future. And the way things are going out here in Utah, I know that's gonna happen probably sooner than later. We'll all be out here opening a beer together and celebrating at some point. Hey, for the rest of you guys that joined us on this journey, watching us build this thing, hopefully we inspired, we educated, and really showed you something that you could do with your backyard. Maybe it's a patio idea, maybe it's a plant idea, maybe it's a design idea, just with the fire pit and the pathways and everything else. Tell me your favorite part. You know the routine. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. You know, share this with all your friends. Share it with other people that you think would be interested in doing something like this. Till next time, we'll see ya. Bye.